6A. What is the question? Can India be modernized without being westernized? Critically discuss. Can India be modernized without being westernized? Critically discuss. So, westernization versus modernization. Some say that modernization involves westernization, some say both are two different projects. So, there is a debate. People like Hayek, people like Francis Fukuyama write that Hayek, Fukuyama. Hayek says market economy requires modern values based on individualism. So, modernization is end, because individualism is modern. Even Francis Fukuyama says modernization, westernization, democratization are one and the same. Modernization, westernization, democratization are one and the same. He writes a book, The End of Ideology. So, ideological differences hereafter will not be there. In future, there will be only one ideology of modernization. So, the distinction between these two concepts are blurred. Both are one and the same according to these two scholars. However, Samuel Huntington in his book Clash of Civilization explains how modernization may not be having similar outcomes across all cultures. It varies across cultures. So, modernization in Eastern society will be different from modernization in Western society. It will lead to clash of civilization. Religious distinction becomes very sharp between West and East. Come to India. M.N. Srinivas explained the impact of British rule for 150 years using the concept of westernization. Westernization is imitation of the Western way of living. Speaking English language, wearing the dress of the Western people, eating Western food, migrating to city, they are all aspects of westernization, and westernization is being practiced by the upper caste who wanted industrial employment, who wanted entry into bureaucracy during the British period. They were ardent supporter of Western education, especially English education, as they can come closer to the administrative apparatus of the British. So, when westernization is followed by the upper caste, those who were suffering from religious disability, especially the lower caste, they go for Sanskritization. Yogendra Singh says that modernization is an all-encompassing process. Westernization is very selective. Modernization is all-encompassing. mind becomes modern, that you are ready to experiment, you are ready to experience new changes. You are in favor of science to solve the problems of the humanity. You are ready for urbanization. You have empathy. You are able to precisely quantify reality. So the spirit of science is inculcated in the mind of modern. Modernization is not always through westernization. Westernization is one of the many avenues for modernization. We can go for Indian way of modernization, not necessarily the blind imitation of the Western way of modernity. So therefore, the statement was basically made by Prime Minister Modi himself. You need not write that it is the statement made by PM. In fact, he says India can be modern without being Western. This statement was picked up from Prime Minister's speech when he was not the Prime Minister that time. He was Prime Ministerial candidate in 2014. If BJP comes to power, we will become modern, not Western. Nehru is Western, we are modern. Don't write all these political stuffs, okay? For your understanding, I am telling. So modern means what? Yoga Day is celebrated on June 21. Modern is what? Indigenous medicines are going abroad. Generic medicines. Modern is what? India is hosting G20 summit. International Solar Alliance is modern. India pitching for reform in UN Security Council is modern. India wanting multipolarity is modern. When the foreign head of the states are coming, you are giving mango drink and telling this mango is very tasty drink. You will not get, you will have only in this season. You will not get in any season, and that is there only in India. Pride about one's national identity, not just always blowing the trumpet of Western way of living. When they eat pizza, you eat pizza. Today the organic food is more popular, organic vegetables are more popular. Millets are becoming very popular dishes in not just India, outside India as well. We are going global. That is modern. Don't write in UPSC exam that skipping Hindi and in favor of English is modern. No. With pride you go and speak in Hindi there. No, that is modern. You don't feel inferior if you don't know alien language. You feel happy about your own language. No. But if you are not aversive, you should not be aversive to alien language. If you say only Hindi, then you are not modern. If you say Hindi, Bengali, Tamil, all, you are modern. Because modern means universalism. Moderns means merit. Moderns means achievement orientation. Modern means rationality. So very well India can go modern without being Western. In fact, China has went for selective modernity. They go for manufacturing industries, but not ready to accept the American culture in toto. Similarly, Japan During the Meiji period, Japan was sending thousands of children to go to US, Europe and study English language there, science and technology there. And English, science and technology teachers, maths teachers were imported from West to Japan to teach the Japanese students. But that doesn't mean that they will replace Japanese language by English language. So they had their own model of modernity called as Nipponization. Nippon battery you have, Nipponization. Their way of modernity. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Nipponization. Similarly, India has Indian model of modernity, not always Western model of modernity. In fact, Gandhi was also telling about Indian way of modernity. Gandhi is very modern, no? He don't want European model of modernity. Empowerment of villages, giving importance to individualism, limiting the want. In the environmental summit, you will tell that we have to limit our greenhouse gas emission. Gandhi told that 100 years before. He told when limit your wants, nature has enough to satisfy your need, not your greed. That is told today in UN Climate Change Summit. So Gandhi is modern.